Hello, welcome to scr1tno Knitting Project podcast. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family, 3 cats and a dog. Today is Thursday the 10th of September 2020 and this is episode 71. Welcome if you're a new viewer, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my knitting podcast, all about my knitting. There are a few other crafts that I've got going on today. I've just realised one of which I have forgotten to bring up, so that's not happening. I haven't got my embroidery. Oops. I don't think it's in there, so that'll be next week's. Right, shall we get into my first section, which is admin. Admin, we have 2 knit-alongs going on at the moment. One is to knit a garment, that finishes at the end of December, and the other one is for a square a day on a cozy memory blanket or a stripe on a granny stripe blanket. And we have a check-in at the end of September. The number of squares, stripes, etc. is 274, and I've got quite a few prizes. So what I might do is try and show the prizes next week if I remember. I'm not guaranteeing it because I tend to forget these things. It's not intentional, I just forget. I wanted to run through my comments on my video from last week, if you will bear with me. So Jenny from Woolly Goodness, hello Jenny. You're a bit behind on your squares. Fingers crossed you catch up this month. And picot binding on cuffs on the top of socks. As I said, remember to try and put a couple of stitch markers at the beginning and the end of each sort of side so that you match up your picot. Otherwise you get twisted picot. That was not fun. Hi to Ellie of Craft House Magic. So Brendy, hi Brendy. Edges on the cozy memory blanket. Now I don't edge mine, I just leave them. It's got quite a nice sort of quite a straight edge, and also I sort of think I may leave it in case I want to add any more to them so that they're all the same size, because I think like my first one's a lot bigger than my other 2, so that I can make one like giant one if I want to seam 4 of them together. But yeah, I think it was Molly on the Homespun House podcast who done an I-cord edge on hers, and I did the I-cord edge on the baby blanket. I would definitely, if I was going to edge it, I would definitely do an I-cord edge, 100%. I would do an I-cord edge, and I'd probably do it all in one colour, maybe grey, I think. But if I seam 4 of them together, I may I-cord edge that. That would be a labour of love, wouldn't it? I might not do that. But I just leave mine because they've got nice edges anyway. Otherwise, I'm just trying to think, there's if you look back on when I had the white blanket behind me, that's got quite a pretty little edge. Maybe do that if you wanted something kind of lacy, but I don't think lacy really would go with a cozy memory blanket. So maybe just if you really wanted just to finish it off and you can crochet, just do some single crochet all the way around, or double crochet. Yeah, I mean personally I would probably I-cord it if I'm honest. So Epiphany 8276, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of Bognor Regis too. I will let you know when that happens. And you did half a habitations rope. That sounds really cool actually. And again, yeah, I-cord bind off, definitely one of my favourites. The I-cord bind off is a labour of love. It does take a while to do, but you get, like anything else, you can get into a rhythm with it. But I just think it's so worth it. It's such a lovely neat edge. The first time I kind of came across it properly was when I did a proper I-cord one rather than a fake down the side one. Was my Pinguono, and I just love how that's finished off. It's so nice. Sarah, it's generally recommended to have a day off each week from exercise, so have it to be Thursday and hopefully it won't mess up your routine. Yeah, that's a really good idea actually. I haven't had a day off so far, and this morning I worked out before I recorded the podcast, but today I'm on a day off, which is not going to be the norm. So it's 9:30, which is a lot later than I normally record. Right, so that is the end of my admin section. Let's pop into the knitting. So day 1 is socks, and I've got the FO. So these are my Twisted Lemone CatMint colourway stripy socks. They are Rose City Rollers, which is a free pattern by Mara Catherine Bryner. And yeah, there are 2 of them, I promise. So I did them top down with a slip stitch heel, flap and gusset and a rounded toe, and actually it's a wedge toe, I take that back. I love these. Now these are the only ones I've got, anything I've got in socks this week, because I decided that the Wild Rose, no they're not the Wild Rose socks, I finished the Wild Rose socks, the Honeybee Dance socks were a bit too complicated to do in the car while I was while we were out. And I was supposed to do them when I got home, but I was so close to finishing this second sock that I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to get that done. So, and I haven't cast on anything new, so this is it for socks this week. Which is really unusual for me, isn't it? I want to take a week off the actual rotation and just knit socks for a week, but I'll have to do that in the new year, because I've got to get my gift knitting done. As much as all I want to do is knit socks, I've got to get my knitting done. So this is going to go in my box of socks that I am going to put away till Easter next year and then use in the spring. So that's day 1 socks. Day 2 is my super secret knitting day, and I am cracking on with the things I need to do for that. I did quite good progress this week, so I'm pleased about that. The sooner I get that done, the sooner I'll have a content for day 2. So let's move into day 3. So day 3 is garment day, and I got an old whip out instead of my EDT, because we were chatting about it on the podcast last week, and it really made me want to get this out. It's hanging out in a bag by Busy Pottering. It's my my coastal bag. If you'd seen me on Instagram, you would have seen this on the beach. This came with me on, I think it was Saturday. We went on to the beach. We went to Greatstone in Kent. I love that beach. Went and sat and had a picnic, and this came with me. And this is my Ingrid sweater, which is a pattern by Isabelle Kramer. And long-term viewers of the podcast would have seen this. I was working on it before we went into lockdown, and I decided when lockdown happened, I didn't want to work on anything that I was already working on, and I cast on all the new things. Which, I mean, I got the understated done, and I got this Whitmore done as well. So this is the Whitmore by Amy Loudon, Little Tailoress. But I did sort of think, well, now it's getting towards winter again, I would like to get my sort of yoked sweater done. So, sorry, camera died. Yeah, I'd like to get my yoked sweater done. So that's the yoke. And I did from where the little mushroom is there, all the way down. I am about, well, in fact I'm ribbing, putting the ribbing on the sleeve. So I love this. The yarn is a commercial yarn. It's Sidar, and it's the Sidar Sublime. I don't know if I've got a ball of it in here. Well, the only one I've got is kind of dying, so it's undressed itself majorly. But yeah, that's the Sidar. And this is Deep Stash that I dug out to do this jumper in. And I did a little swatch to see if the colour work would work, which it did. And it's done in the round, top down. And yeah, I'm just on the sleeves. This was done before I'd started doing the sleeves as soon as I could split off for them, which is what I do now. As soon as I can do the sleeves, I get the sleeves done, so then when I finish the body, it's done. But yeah, I love this. Have I got ends to sew in, or have I've already sewn the ends in. That's exciting. So I haven't even got the ends to sew in on this now. I've just got the sleeves to do. So I'm cracking on with that in the hope that I will get that done. I will go back to my ED because I do like it. But yeah, I want to get that finished because it's getting to sort of the, well, I mean, I say it's getting to the sort of weather where we're going to need this. It was 24 degrees the day before yesterday. It was 25 yesterday. It's supposed to be 26 today. So I'm not going to be wearing this anytime soon. In fact, the Edie would probably be more use. But even so, we are going to carry on with this for the moment. So that's the Ingrid sweater by Isabelle Kramer and is in Sidar Sublime Cash Merino nylon, something like that. So that's day 3, garment day. So day 4 is crochet day, and that is hanging out in my Craft House Magic bag. And in here I have got my Christmas blanket that I am crocheting. Now I am making a Christmas blanket with granny squares, that each square is a 5 round of grannies, and this is how it's looking. So the top, this one here, you can see here is the new one that I've just put on, the new stripe that I've just put on. And I have worked out a pattern for how to put the sort of smaller amounts on. It's going to be quite big, this, when it's done. But I have got a lot of Christmas minis, so the idea is to have a plainer colour and a more variegated, and then you kind of got the checkerboard effect too, theoretically. I didn't really, yeah, there's 2 reds at the same point, although I suppose one is more pinky in real life. It just looks really red on the camera. It's not. And then I've got the 2 blues together as well, which was not the smartest, but I'd rather get it done than colour manage it, if I'm honest. But yeah, so that's my Christmas blanket. So I'm doing 5 rounds of granny squares. 5 rounds of granny stitch, and then I am seaming them crochet with a single crochet together. So I join them together in a strip this way first, so I end up with one long strip, and then I do the long seam all in one go. So there's a lot of ends to this, but I try and do each square as an individual project, and then I try and join them as I go. I didn't this week and I regretted that, but yeah, I try and join them as I go, and then once I've got the whole strip joined together, I then join it to the rest of the blanket. So it's now got 4, and it's 20 squares that way. So it's 20 squares widthways at the moment and 4 squares long. So hopefully by the time it's 20 by 20 it'll be massive. And the idea behind this is that it will only come out on the 1st of December for Christmas. Yeah, I think that's my Christmas blanket and my current crochet project. You're going to be really sick of seeing that, aren't you? I'm really sorry. At least in December, when I start crocheting my friend's blanket again, you'll get to see something different. I'm also making a magic knot ball with my leftovers of each of the colours, so that I can knit a habitation throw, which will also be a Christmas blanket that will also only come out at Christmas, but I don't anticipate that happening for a little while, shall we say. So that's day 4, crochet day. So day 5 is Here Comes the Whip, which is when I work on a long outstanding whip, and at the moment my current one is hanging out in my puffing bag. This is also a busy puttering bag and one of my favourites. And in here I have got my Sherry Iris habitation throw. So this is a little circular needle keeper from Craft House Magic, and I didn't seem to make great progress with this week, even though I did actually do quite a lot of work on it. But I was, where was I? There we are. I was where the cat was, and I did up to here. So I haven't had I didn't even change into a new mini. But this is the Advent from Sherry Iris from last year, from 2019. It's so soft and squidgy. It's really soft and squidgy. I'm loving this. I do love these habitations rows, they're so much fun. They just are a bit of a, I don't want to say slog, because that's kind of derogatory, isn't it? A labour of love, maybe? I'm sure if I could just have a month working on one, you could crack them out, and I think it would be quite good fun, but I don't really have that luxury because I have so much else I want to knit. My mini has gone for a little walk. Look, there we go. I'm just going to roll that back up. So I didn't have an awful lot of it left, but it beat me and I had to go to bed. Well, this is fascinating for you, isn't it? Me winding my mini up. I'm sorry. But I would definitely recommend it. So the Habitations row is a pattern by Curious Handmade. It was part of Knitvent last year. I think you can buy it as a standalone pattern now. I don't think you have to buy the whole of Knitvent, but having said that, Knitvent last year was really good, so if you want to. It's getting quite exciting to think what we might get in Knitvent this year now. Right, so that's day 5. Here comes the whip. So day 6, I'm still working on my northeasterly, which is in here. I will have a break from this eventually, but I've got a couple more strips I want to do first. I have Woolly Goodness, elderflower stitches, and like a random middle one. In fact, I bought some yarn at the weekend as part of the Southern Wool Shop. I haven't got it here yet, but it was a set of minis from Truly Hooked, and it was a set of minis from Debonair Yarns. And I'd like to put some of those in here as well, but maybe not this time round. So this has got a needle cozy from Craft House Magic, a little rain one, little rain cloud, so cute. And I am currently doing my Giddy Yarns strip. So the first 5 colours that you can see there are from her Winnie the Pooh mini set. It's such a pretty mini set. And then this one is not, and this one is from, what are you? Are you Flower Fairies? So I'm now going into the Flower Fairies one. So then I'll So I was there last time. I didn't get a huge amount done on this yesterday. That's my northeasterly and I love it. So these are the rest of the minis that will be going in from the Flower Fairies. And I know Helen's got a big update coming up, so I'm not sure which one of the mini sets will be in there. But the one I showed you in my blankets, Winnie the Pooh, this is Flower Fairies. This one you won't be able to get. This is my next one, is the Nostalgia Club from the 1950s, because I thought that was lovely. There's also bedtime stories that I want to put in as well. They're so pretty. So that's my progress on my northeasterly. And here's my Giddy Yarns. So that's Giddy. The top one's Giddy Yarns. That is West Green Loft Yarns. That is Lay Family Yarn. That is Craft House Magic. That's Down Sheepy Lane. That's Hedgerow Yarns. And that's Sherry Iris. I'm going to forget who's soon, aren't I? But it's not lovely. I love how these colours are blending. Brilliant. So I mean, I love working on it, but I can't help feeling you must get bored stiff of seeing the same thing every week. So I'm going to try and change it up when I get a few more bits and pieces done. Once I've got it its ways, I will leave doing it any more to the length for a little while. Ooh. So that's day 6, Scrappy Projects. Next up is my Cozy Memory Blanket, which is hanging out in my seaside bag from Busy Pottering. And I managed to catch this up this week, so I am not so behind. And these are getting big, aren't they? So here we go. And I think all of my ones this week are Woolly Goodness from her blanket box. So there was February going into March, really pretty. The only one I haven't done is today's, but I've done the rest of them. And as I said, all woolly goodness. And this is getting quite big now, too big for me to show. I haven't squared it off recently, so I haven't got any video footage, but hopefully by the end of this week I will do. How are you getting on yours? They are getting quite big, aren't they? If you started in January and you're on track for the 274, now I do 20 by 20 stitches and decrease up the middle, up there. I know some people do a double centre decrease, so you get the spine. Mine's flat, and mine's quite small because I do it on 2.5mm needles. I think they're 2.5mm needles. Literally, as I said that, I was like, I don't know. Yes, 2.5mm, and I've got signature needles. I use 2.5mm signature needles. These were bought for me by my hubby as a present, and I thought, well, I'd love to use them on something special, so it goes on my cozy memory blanket. So my point being, my squares are quite small, and my blanket is now a decent lap size. You can snuggle under it, which is great, isn't it, this time of the year, because this is where you want to snuggle. So yeah, that's my cozy memory blanket, and good luck with the check-in. As I said, on the end of this month it's 274, so I hope if you are a little behind you're able to catch up, and if you're not and you miss this check-in, don't worry, there will be obviously another one at the end of December for the big final check-in, the 366 or more, because this year was a leap year, because as if 2020 wasn't bad enough, we got an extra day in it. Right, next up is spinning, and I finished my bobbin of my bat from Owl About Yarn. I can't remember the fibre content, but if you look back on the previous episode I did say it. I'm sure I've got the band downstairs somewhere. And the idea is I am now going to spin a plain white bat, well, cream bat, and I'm going to apply the two together because I think that would look really, really nice. And as the black in this is not really my colour sort of choice, so I thought I would have a go at seeing what it would look applied with the white. I'm really pleased with it. I had a few issues with my wheel. My uprights on the end, I think I said to you last week, was slightly loose, so it kept flying off, but we have fixed it now. Me and my son-in-law to be, Dan, Katie's other half, sat there and tightened it all up, and we've done some repairs to it, and now it is spinning much better. So hopefully the white bobbin won't be as bad. I hope to get that at least half spun for the next podcast, and then applied hopefully the week after. But I'm hoping that the next yarn I spin actually won't be quite as difficult as this one, because this was very short staple, so it broke easily, which when I was fighting my wheel anyway wasn't helpful. So it was a bit of a labour to get this done, but it got there in the end. Hopefully the other one won't be as bad. So that's my spinning. I have totally forgotten my embroidery. That is downstairs. That is really annoying actually, but never mind. What I did do at the weekend was I took part in the Southern Wool Show. Now the Southern Wool Show is a show very close to my heart because it was my local show, and also the first yarn show I ever went to was their first show, which was about 2 years ago. 2017 I think was their first show, or 2018. 2018 was their first show. So when I saw that they were doing an online event, I supported it, and I bought minis from Truly Hooked and from Debonair Yarn. I haven't got those this week. I will hopefully have them from next week. And I took a needle felting class with my middle daughter Charlie, and with the makers. And it was really good value for money because you bought the kit, which was £10, including postage and packaging. So the kit was £8, but the P&P was a couple of pounds on top. It arrived in time without any trouble whatsoever, and Charlie and I sat in on the Zoom and we made little needle felted owls. Oh, that's my one. This is Einstein, who so got named because of his eyebrows. I wanted to bring Charlie's as well, who is Oliver, but I couldn't find him. I don't know what she's done with him. She may very well have popped him on her desk. He lives on my desk actually, and we chat to each other whilst I'm working, because, you know, isn't he cool? It's a proper little baby owl. I absolutely love him, and if I will put some photos we took of them at the end of the vlog, where we popped them in the tree, and you'll see hers as well as mine, just in case you haven't seen my Instagram, because I did pop it on Instagram as well. Well, they're cute, and we did that in an hour. You know, you open this box and you just look at this pile of fluff and go, okay, this is going to somehow turn into an owl in an hour lesson, you know. And we did. We all had absolutely recognisable baby owls by the end of the lesson. It was fab, really good fun, really enjoyed it. If you get a chance to do one of their classes, I would. It's really, really good. The girl who did it was really sweet. So yeah, that was my class on Sunday and needle felting. Right, journal. My journal is getting really full, as you can see. It's kind of getting quite difficult to write in now. And I am... Oh, I was just going to show you a page. Funny coincidence, I got the urge to use my ink pen in my journal. On Sunday, I think yeah, this is Sunday? This is definitely Sunday. Did I do it on Saturday too? I did it on Saturday. So yeah, it must have been Saturday. I decided I wanted to find my ink pen and use it in my journal. And then I watched yesterday, Sophie of the Spring Snowflake showed all her ink pens off. I was like, oh, brilliant. So I thought I'd show you in my page, but this is what you'll see I did with my owls. So this was Sunday's page. So you can see I've taken the photos. There's a slight issue with the memory card. It's going to be one of those podcasts today. Right, I can't remember what I was saying, but I'll just show you that again. So yeah, that's my diary card at the top there. I thought I'd just show you a page. So this isn't a extra page, it's just a page, which I really like. My extra pages, I don't know whether I've got one. I have got one. Was our meal out. That's our extra page there. So that's my journal for this week. I thought I would also show you, I meant to show you these last week, but I didn't get them up here in time. So these are from Kay's Vintage Ephemera, and I've got some stamps. This is for Christmas, so these are Christmas postage stamps. These ones are mushroom stamps. And I've got some Christmas animal postcards. These are so cute. I really like those. There's a theme of owls this week. First day cover. And then there's a pack of all sorts of little bits and pieces. So there's cards. So upside down first aid cover. There's another one. Postcard. That's blank on the back, so that'd be great for journaling. Another postcard. Again, blank on the back. Vintage paper. A lot of these are actually blank on the back. And then there's just actual sort of book pages. So that's the sort of pack you can get, and I use quite a bit in my journaling. I'll be honest and say it will depend on how busy my day is, how tired I am, and how much I can be bothered as to how much of this I will use on a page. But I do enjoy using them, and Kay has some absolutely beautiful bits, so go check out her shop. She's kaysvintageephemera.com. She's on Etsy. So yeah, go check out her shop. She's also my friend and lives quite close, and one day I hope we'll actually get to have coffee together. So I had some really happy mail this week. I got a sweater's quantity of DK yarn. There are 5 of them. I'm not going to hold them all up because my hands aren't big enough. Custom dyed for me by the lovely Laura of the Lonely Knitter podcast, who is just launching her yarn range of bumbling yarns and very, very generously offered to dye up some DK for me. I am over the moon with this. I really, really wanted a blue sweater. It's going to be perfect, absolutely perfect, and I cannot wait to cast this on. So this is another reason why I needed to get my Ingrid sorted out. I was like, I really must get the Ingrid and my, well, maybe not my Edie. I have to say that might not get finished, but certainly my Ingrid I need to get finished, and then I can cast this on. Not sure whether I'm going to do another Whitmore yet, or whether I am going to do another understated, or whether I'm going to do something totally different. So I haven't decided what I'm going to make yet, but I cannot wait. It's beautiful. It's such pretty yarn. It's very soft. Oh, look at that blue on that. Isn't that pretty? So thank you so much, Laura. I cannot wait to use it. So generous of you. And also, while she was dyeing, she dyed this colourway and showed it to me, and I absolutely loved it. This is Autumn Crumble. I really wanted some autumnal yarn. These will be socks. This is a 75/25. And it's so pretty. So that's her logo. Bumbling Yarns. And it's from her website, www.craftersfarm.co.uk. Isn't this pretty? So yeah, I'm going to make some autumn socks with that. That's her card. And that is all her details. She is linked below in the show notes. I should say this, I always forget every week. There are show notes under this video if you can access the drop down bar. If you can't do it that way because you watch it on a TV and you have no other method of doing it, message me and I can send you a copy of the show notes. And she very kindly sent me a little mini in with it. It's so pretty. It's got little sparkles in it. So thank you, Laura, that was gorgeous. Right, my other acquisition was I have got the official Strictly sock along colourway, which is done by my lovely friend Kelly of Lay Family Yarn. It's called Lola, from the song by Barry Manilow from Coca Cabana, which I'm not going to sing. I will spare you for that. It's so pretty. I am probably going to do the official sock pattern that goes with it, which is the Lola Socks by So Sweet Violet. And this is a knit along run by Ali of Little Drops of Wonderful. So I want to get that caked up, so I'm all ready to cast on. I need to find a bag that's appropriately Strictly. And last but not least, I have my Life of Birds August Club from Sherry Iris. So if you've not had yours yet, please do look away. I think this only came yesterday, so there might be a little bit of a crossover. This is really, really pretty. It also occurs to me I haven't got the print that goes with it, so I don't know what I've done with that. That's around somewhere. So I'm not sure which bird this is, but I love the yarn. The yarn is gorgeous. So pretty. A lovely label. So looking forward to making a set of socks in these as well. I have plans, I have thoughts. So that's it for acquisitions this week. Just into chatter. Just about to get attacked by the sun, aren't I? Oh, so how are you all? Are you all okay? It's a bit of an odd time here in the UK. We're just about to go back into some stricter restrictions. And bizarrely it seems to mean that we can still meet up with guiding, which I'm not overly happy about, I have to say. I would think if you can't meet up with groups of more than 6, then you probably shouldn't be running guides either, but we will see. Happy to do the Zoom meetings, not too sure about meeting outside of the meeting place right now, but we will see what happens. Meg's enjoying her job. She's come home full of it every day, so that's brilliant. and Katie's on a week off, and today I am going out with her. We are going to go and see a friend's new house because they are in the process of moving, and then we are going out for lunch, which I'm really looking forward to. I fear that it may be the last time for a little while if we go back into restrictions, so I am sort of thinking, okay, I'll enjoy this one, it might be one of the last ones. We had a lovely day on Friday. We went to Into the Blue restaurant and had a really lovely meal, and then on Saturday we went to Great Stone beach, which is a beach on the south coast of Kent, and I love it. I really love it there. It's not commercial at all. It's not like it's got, you know, shops or anything like that. It's just literally you drive into a car parking place and you walk up the shingle and then there's the sea. There's no shops or anything. There are loos, that's about it. And it was such a lovely day on Saturday that we were able to sit out, and we spent a lovely hour just at the seaside eating our picnic, and then I knitted for a while, and I even had a doze, so you know. But it was really lovely. There wasn't that many people around. We were majorly socially distanced from anybody else. It was a really great day, really enjoyed it. Fingers crossed we may get another one this weekend because the weather is looking good again. I am still working out, which is great. I have worked out every morning and it's getting a lot easier. In fact, I do a workout and a half now because I kind of breezed through the first one. So obviously it's doing something right, which is nice, and I'm really enjoying it, to the point that I get quite crabby if I can't go and work out for whatever reason. However, my poor cozy memory blanket is suffering for it because it is very much the time I would be knitting my square that I'm using to work out. So I'm trying to sneak that in during the day, which actually then means that my other projects got a little less work on them because the cozy memory blanket is eating into their time. Hopefully at some point I'll find a balance. I will find a balance. Work is busy. I have finally finished all the accounts for the end of the year, which, you know, probably the latest I've ever finished, but it's 2020. I think that's the excuse for everything, isn't it? Oh dear. We're all sort of plodding along, trying to get back to normal, only for normal to go, no, not yet. We've also got Christmas coming up, haven't we? If you're anything like me, I'm dreading it. I'm just like, I'm looking forward to doing Vlogmas. Actually, that's something else I need to talk about. I'm looking forward to doing Vlogmas. I'm looking forward to all the traditions, but I think it's going to be much quieter for me. And obviously, it's going to be quite odd because my eldest daughter's not going to be here to help out with it all, apart from anything else. So yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of an odd one this year. Jury's out on Christmas. I will be doing Vlogmas and I will do all the stuff that I would normally do, providing I might actually buy the stuff for the Christmas cake sooner rather than later, so at least I've got that. That was what I was going to say. I'm considering doing Vlogtober. It will be tiny little videos of about sort of 5-10 minutes of me trying to show how I fit crafting into my day. It will literally be a snapshot of what my day is like in October. We have the we did have, I doubt we have actually anymore, we had the possibility of going to the one man meet, balloon meet, but I'm guessing we probably won't be doing that now with the new restrictions, so that's not going to be happening. But if that happens, great, I will take you along. If it doesn't happen, I will be doing something else. But I thought it might be quite good fun just to have a record for myself of what my daily sort of routine is like now I'm settled into working from home. Obviously Kate might be moving during that will be fun to vlog, and then there also might be the move from in here to downstairs, which also will be fun to vlog. So watch this space. I'm not going to promise it because, well, we can't promise anything when we're vlogging. I mean, that's the problem when you've got a podcast. You do feel not guilty if you can't do an episode, but upset that you can't do it, and you don't want people to A, worry that there's something wrong, or B, be disappointed. But obviously you also then can't help real life, and sometimes real life probably gets you, and you'll be in the middle of doing a vlog run and go, yeah, no, that didn't happen anymore. And that happened to me in May when I was trying to do my May vlogs, and I realised very quickly it was not going to work for me. But let's, fingers crossed, I've got a plan for October. And I'm hoping that by doing this plan for October, it might set up my theme for Vlogmas, because my Vlogmas will be the same as it is normally. It's going to be me opening my advents, what I'm working on, any Christmas traditions we've got, pretty lights and music. Good luck. I hope you like God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, because you tend to get it quite a bit in that vlog. But I thought I might try and vlog October to practice for Vlogmas, and also it will give me, boy am I having trouble with my camera today, so it will give me time to iron out anything like equipment or like cameras deciding to play up before I go into the big one of Vlogmas. Right, hopefully that's what I was saying, because I got completely distracted by the fact that my camera decided to muck about again. I'm not sure I've got too much of a... Oh, I should have a little bit of vlog, actually. Hopefully there's a bit of vlog coming up, so hopefully there'll be the vloggy bit in a minute. I'm going to leave it there this week. I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you next week.
getting up